Welcome to MGFA's first ever Coast-to-Coast walk. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Caroline Gaylor, the Director of Development, and also your host for today. I can't wait to introduce you to some of my friends in the MG community. You'll meet some of my colleagues, MG patients, some of our sponsors, and our incredible fundraisers that have done such a good job raising funds for our critical work. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you for showing up today, for being here, for donating, fundraising. We are so grateful for you. I see we have people from all over the country, from Los Angeles to New York, California, Seattle. There's so many people from all over. I'm joining you live from the Washington, D.C. area. It is so neat that we're all coming together, no matter how far apart we are physically, for one common goal. So thank you. Thank you again for being here. And let's get the day started. Without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to our CEO, Sam Masterson, and some other key people here at MGFA. I'll see you shortly after, but over to you, Sam.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to be here with you today, and thank you so much for joining us for the next 45 minutes. It will certainly be nice when we can all be together in person again, but for now, this is where we are, and we just really appreciate your support of this virtual event. I am Samantha Masterson, and I serve as the President and CEO for MGFA. I'm really excited about this program today and how many community members we have joining us from coast to coast. I personally am right outside of Boston. I want to thank all of you, our MG community, for your ongoing support, whether it be through attending our programs throughout the year or through fundraising for an event just like this one. We sure do appreciate your dedication and generosity on so many levels, and it's greatly appreciated. I also want to thank our staff for their tireless work to improve the lives of those living with MG day in and day out. The partnership between our staff and our community is something that is very special, and we are very cognizant of the fact that together we can make the biggest impact. We also have our funding partners joining us today for today's event, and I want to give a huge thank you to our national sponsors. Those sponsors are Argenx, Alexion, UCB, and Janssen. Thank you to each of you for your ongoing support and dedication of all of our MGFA programs, events, and campaigns. It just means so much. We just really appreciate the partnership. And finally, I would like to thank our board of directors for their continuous leadership, guidance, and dedication. And with this, it is my great pleasure to introduce Brian Gladden, who currently serves as the chairman of the MGFA board of directors. Brian.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the introduction, Sam. My name is Brian Gladden, and I've been part of the Myasthenia Gravis Foundation of America for the past 3 years. And I've recently assumed the role of chair for our board of directors. I, like many of you, also live with myasthenia gravis, having been diagnosed about 6 years ago. MGFA has had a big impact on my life, and I'm honored to be part of this amazing organization that helps so many people. Today is also about coming together and celebrating our collective impact, and I'm so excited to be here with everyone across our MG community, from coast to coast. Thanks to our great team for putting this program together today, and for working tirelessly to connect our community in meaningful ways. Our team has been adamant about not canceling our programs or events, and they've continued to navigate these challenging times with a thoughtful and dedicated approach. So I want to be sure to thank them. Despite the challenging COVID-19 impacted environment, this year has been another successful year for MGFA. In 2021, MGFA continued to expand our community and patient services, our educational programs. We increased the ways in which we engage key stakeholders through giving and fundraising, and we were able to expand our global footprint in 2021 to help raise even greater awareness for MG. Most importantly, in 2021, we've been able to fund over $700,000 in research. This is the most we've ever funded in 1 year. All of these achievements support our progress in our MGFA strategic plan. Looking forward, there are some really exciting initiatives on the horizon. We'll be launching our newly developed MyMG mobile app. We'll be introducing the first of its kind interactive MG online community, and we'll be hosting MG health fairs around the country. Additionally, in 2022, we'll host the MGFA International Conference, which will bring together the MG community later in the spring. This is the most exciting time in the organization's history. Our growth and success is largely because of all of you, our community members. On behalf of our MGFA Board of Directors and our terrific staff, we want to thank you for your continued support and loyalty. Together, we can continue to accomplish so much and to make a significant difference for those living with MG. I wish you all a safe and happy holiday season.
Hello, and welcome to the inaugural Coast to Coast 2740 Challenge, our new national walk program. I'm Tasha Duncan, MGFA's National Director for Field Development. For those of you who haven't had a chance to meet yet, I'm the staff advisor that will be working with patients, caregivers, and teams to achieve your fundraising goals and continue to fund the critical work that our organization does for the MG community. I look forward to working with each of you and strategizing, collaborating, and creating personal and meaningful do-it-yourself community fundraising events. We are so excited to announce that coming in 2022, we will be hosting at least 10 health fairs that will focus on patient care and resources. Stay tuned for more information on this and other exciting news at the beginning of the year. I cannot wait to meet you all again in person and safely. Until then, please don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions or comments that you might have. Thank you for all that you do for the MG community. Now, I would like to introduce to you MG patient and warrior, Priscilla Forrester. I would also like to recognize that her team, Priscilla's Crew for Myasthenia, has raised over $5,000 for this year's walk. Outstanding work, Priscilla, and welcome.
Hello, my name is Priscilla, and I am with my team, Scylla's Crew, chipping for Myasthenia gravis. We are out here thus far. We have raised $5K for the Myasthenia Gravis Foundation of America, fighting for a cure for Myasthenia gravis. I am a Myasthenia gravis warrior, and we just finished a 3-mile walk for my initial goal of 3K, which we exceeded by $2,000. So thank you all so much for your support, and we are out here. We just finished chipping, walking, dancing all along the way and had a great time. Thank you guys so much.
What awesome energy to kick off this special day. Thank you, Team Scylla. Next up, we have a wonderful family fundraising team, MG patient family, the Kirschners. They've raised over $8,000 for MGFA. Take it away, Kirschner family.
Hi, I'm Phil Kirschner.
Hi, I'm Jonah Kirschner. Hi, I'm Tobias Kirschner.
And I'm Kate Kirschner.
And we live in New York City.
And we are team, what's our team? Kirschner's Kicking Myasthenia. We are so proud to support MGFA because of the invaluable resources it provided to us, our family and friends as I navigated my diagnosis. And we really couldn't be happier to support such an excellent cause. What do we say? Thank you.
Thank you, Kirschner family. Next up, we have Team Bartlett and the Immunovant Trailblazers. Take it away.
Well, I had a dream I stood beneath an orange sky. Yes, I had a dream I stood beneath an orange sky. With my brother standing by, with my brother standing by.
Good morning, MGFA community. My name is JB Smalley, and I'm the head of patient advocacy at Immunovant. So this morning I'm pre-recording this message. We're a couple days out from the walk. Our team is incredibly excited to participate. This is our first year. We have over 60% of our employees actively raising funds for the MGFA 2740 challenge. And several of us will be out walking today. And we just want to congratulate the MGFA on the fantastic programming that they deliver to the patient community, and congratulate this amazing MG community for all the work they do to facilitate the true vision of the MGFA, which is a world without MG. I hope you all have a great walk today, and congratulations on all of your efforts.
Thank you to both of these teams. And now we have the amazing New York Trailblazers. I had to do a double take when I saw how much they've raised. They've raised over $27,000. Shout out to team captain Lenny Furman. Here are the New York Trailblazers. Next up, we have Team Sue's Spitfires. Shout out to team captain Sue Kenyon. This team has raised, drumroll please, $5,915. Thank you so much, Team Sue Spitfires. We are so grateful for all that you do for the MG community. And next up, we have three more teams. We have the Vent Stoppers, Team Genjan, and Team Kiss Myasthenia. These teams may take the unofficial award for the most creative names. Over to you guys.
We are Team Vent Stoppers from South Carolina, and we are walking so they can one day run.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Doing our little MG Walk 2021, Team Gen Gen. We're probably going to get to 11K fundraise this year by the end of the day. Woohoo!
Hey everybody, Drea Carboni here, coming to you from the 2021 Virginia MG Walk. Here are some of my team members from Kiss My Ass.
Don't say that.
Myasthenia gravis.
Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Kim. And this is Emily. We've been walking together since 2017. We're gonna get ready to walk right now. I hope you guys all have your special shoes and everything on. Are you guys ready to walk?
Yep,
let's
go.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you to all of our fundraisers. You make such a significant impact at MGFA. We're switching gears now to turn the program over to our sponsors. Their support means so much to our team, but more importantly to our MG patients and caregivers. We thank you all for your dedication to finding better treatments and a cure for MG. Turning it over to you, Argenix.
Hi, everyone. I'm talking to you from the west coast of Florida, and it's so much my honor to be part of this Coast to Coast walk this year. I've been with many of you live previously, and I look forward to seeing you all again. But I wanted you to really know today that the Argenix team is completely focused on getting to mid-December. We're anticipating a decision by the FDA on our compound that we studied in the ADAPT clinical trial. As many of you know, that trial included patients that are both seronegative, seropositive, MuSK antibody, and LRP4. So we're very anxious to hear what the FDA says. I hope that you had a chance to see the documentary that we did in 2020. It has been out for a year. The name of the documentary is A Mystery to Me, and it's been highly acclaimed by the film and storytelling industry. We even won a Cannes Film Festival Lion Award for the documentary, and I want you to know that you can go to mg-united.com and take a look at it if you haven't had a chance to see it. In addition to that, you can stay in touch with all the news that's happening in the MG world and any news from Argenix if you visit mg-united.com. The final thing I wanted to share with you this morning is that MGFA announced, along with the entire MG community, an economic burden survey. They sent this out in an email. They also did some social media posts, and I would encourage all of you that are patients and caregivers to take a look at the survey and to respond. You hold the information that will help us tell that story about the economic burden and impact of having this diagnosis. Thank you to all of the fundraisers. I miss seeing you all in person, and I hope we get back together soon. In the meantime, keep being MG warriors, and it's my pleasure to get to introduce 3 amazing MG warriors at argenx for our team shout out.
We're Team argenx, based in Boston, and we are some of the many faces of myasthenia gravis. I'm Lindsay, and I'm the face of MG because my dad has been living with it for 14 years. Team argenx supports the MG community by listening to people living with MG, like my dad, helping him and those of us who care about him feel seen and heard.
I'm Lindsay's
Kira.
dad.
Sorry.
Thank you, MGFA, for all you do, and Lindsay.
I'm Kira. I'm the face of MG because my mother-in-law lives with it. Team argenx empowers people living with MG to advocate for themselves with their healthcare providers so they can get the most out of their care.
And I'm Lauren. I'm the face of MG because I've been living with MG for 10 years. Team argenx supports the MG community with innovations that open the doors to new possibilities and new treatments for people living with MG like me. As members of the MG community, Team argenx walks with the MG community today and every day. Now let's get our walk on, girls.
Thank you so much, argenx. And now we'll hear a few words from UCB.
On behalf of UCB and as MGFA's Corporate Partner of the Year, we are thrilled to be part of today's special event. We're even happier to be able to support the MG community and MG patients, who are at the heart of all that we do. People living with MG can sometimes feel forgotten, unheard, or misunderstood. At UCB, we hear you and we see you. Our employees and leaders stand side by side in this walk with you. I can assure you, we are working hard every day to find new, innovative solutions so that you can live life on your terms. As we all know, myasthenia gravis is an unpredictable disease. Symptoms can be unmanageable and change daily. In other words, MG never rests. And we must not rest either until we have come together to find a better standard of care. Thank you for allowing UCB to be here alongside you on your MG journey.
Thank you, Omar and the UCB team. Take it away, Alexion and Soleo.
A big shout out to you all from the Alexion Patient Education Manager team. We're here to support you from East Coast to West Coast, and we believe patients deserve to be
supported,
comforted,
loved,
acknowledged,
validated,
inspired,
educated,
heard,
informed,
emboldened,
empowered,
understood, and we hope you have an amazing walk.
Hi, my name is Erin Hubin. I'm a registered nurse and the IG Program Director for Soleo Health, a national provider of complex pharmacy and infusion services. We are so sad that we cannot be with you this year to walk side by side for the MGFA walks. We have always enjoyed that so much in the past, and we are going to just keep our fingers crossed and pray that next year we will get to see you face to face. Thank you.
Thank you again to all of our sponsors. I am so thrilled now to introduce you to 2 MGFA friends, Priscilla and Drea. Thank you both for taking the time today to share your story and tell us why you fundraise for MGFA.
Hello, hi, my name is Priscilla and I am a Myasthenia gravis warrior. Thank you so much to the Myasthenia Gravis Foundation of America for selecting me to take this time to share my story with you all. In March of 2020, day before the pandemic hit, I was diagnosed with myasthenia gravis after struggling for almost 6 years with symptoms of myasthenia. Those symptoms ranged from muscle weakness in my legs and arms, double vision, having difficulty just doing this motion for lotioning or washing my face, just constant fatigue after a long day, a long weekend. And so this is in my mid to late 20s that I had been struggling with these symptoms. And I've always been a very active individual from my childhood through college, and even at the point where all of this stuff started happening. I think for me as a young woman, one of the difficult things giving up, and I still kind of struggle with, is not being able to wear heels. So that was one of the things that kind of really stood out to me, on top of the many falls that I had injuring my legs or arms, just from maybe walking too far or walking too long and my legs just giving out on me. So from having all of these symptoms, I definitely realized that something was wrong with my body. I couldn't fully articulate it, wasn't fully sure what it was, but this is what I presented to my doctors when I went in for evaluation. However, despite all the tests, MRIs, and different things that were ran, I was constantly met with, we don't see anything, nothing is standing out to us, you seem fine, it just might be this little slip disc or something, but nothing major sticking out. You just need to work out more. You need to do all these other things. So I started physical therapy, which that was a beat, because the more I went to physical therapy or tried to push through physical therapy, I struggled more because my body just could not handle the repetition and the different things that it was going through, and I didn't have a diagnosis. However, after a lot of tests, I ended up deciding to go to a functional medicine doctor, and she ran some additional tests and panels and was able to diagnose able to identify that my acetylcholine level was high, and so she recommended I go back to my neurologist with that for him to do some more evaluation with something that this could possibly be. Let's try to rule it out. In going back to my neurologist, he was actually able to confirm my diagnosis of myasthenia gravis. Unfortunately, this all happened the day before the world kind of went on pause for this pandemic. So I've kind of been still in my own space, just figuring out and dealing with what my life looks like now with this disorder. And one thing that when I first saw the walk for myasthenia come up and I decided to do it, it was kind of a struggle for me because I'm a very reserved and private person. However, I decided to apply myself and push through that fear, and here I am now, sharing my story with you all with the hope that someone will hear this, or someone you may know may have similar symptoms, and you can kind of help them or just push them and encourage them to continue to fight until they get an answer for what it is that they feel that they're struggling with, whether it be physical, mental, or otherwise, because these things impact us in all those ways. So thank you so much, and that's it.
Hi everybody, Drea Carboni here, coming to you from Virginia. I'm excited to start walking. I've got the special shoes ready, but before I put these bad boys on, I wanted to talk to you a bit about fundraising and about my story. In 2017, I was diagnosed with MG, and I'm sure that my story is really similar to a lot of yours. For over a decade, I was misdiagnosed, and things didn't seem to make sense, but it was what it was. I finally got a blood test that confirmed myasthenia, and along with it, I got lots of information that was not correct. I was told that I had a tumor based only on a blood test, and that once it was removed, I would be cured. Obviously, we all know now there is no cure for MG, but at that point, I didn't know that. I Googled. You're not supposed to Google, but I Googled, and I'm glad that I did because I learned more about the disease that I had never even heard of that I suddenly seemed to have. I also found the MG walk. To me, that was something really familiar, and it's something that I could latch onto while I was in this complete, total state of panic. I got my friends and family together, we made a team, we had a lot of fun with it. For me, I cope with humor. That's just the best way for me to move forward with things, and I know it's not for everybody. But for me, it is. We have a cool team name, Kiss Myasthenia Gravis, and we made tutus and signs and had lots of fun fundraisers, including one at a bar. For the last 5 years, Chadwick's of Old Town Alexandria has hosted a fundraiser for me. So amongst beers and whiskeys, we're raising money. I also have a fundraiser with my job. Beadshop.com is a small corner of the internet. We sell jewelry making supplies, but we have a really passionate fan base, people who tune in to see our tutorials every week and who like to shop with us. We're a small women-owned business, and that can definitely resonate with people. So asking for support may just give you some. It's not easy to ask for money, I know that, but you never know until you try. So putting that link out there and all of a sudden raising thousands of dollars overnight, a lot from complete strangers, it's surprising, it's heartwarming, and it's awesome. You never know. It's worth it to ask. Before I go, and before I put these on, I wanted to tell you one more thing. I know MG is hard. I know that fundraising is hard. And I know that putting a smile on your face is hard too. But there's ways that you can move forward with it. Treatments, medicines, doctors, they're all so necessary. But the other thing that's necessary is your own positive attitude. Without it, you're destined to fail. Do something not only for the rest of your community, but for yourself. Walk with us, raise money with us, have fun with us, meet us. The first time I met anyone else with MG was at the 2017 Virginia MG Walk, and later that year at the Bay Area Walk too. Before that, I felt really lost. Since finding the MG Walk, I feel found. I can't wait to walk with you guys today. I'll see you out there. Have fun!
Thank you both so much for sharing your story. I mentioned at the start of the program that you get to hear from some of my colleagues. So before we wrap up today's program, I want to turn the mic over to Mike, our VP of Marketing and Communications, and Jenna Mavallo as well for some important announcements. I'll be back with you right after they talk for a special surprise. Take it away, Mike.
Hey everyone, my name is Michael Antonellis. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications for the MGFA. Thank you so much for being part of the Coast to Coast event today. I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about website resources. Our website has many different educational and information resources. Wanted to talk to you and start at the homepage. So if you go to the homepage, and a lot of people have seen this many times in the past, what some folks don't know is that the homepage itself is truly a resource center with a lot of educational materials on it. So if you scroll down a little bit on this page, you'll be able to see things like links and icons to other parts of the website for informational materials. You can find support groups in your area. You can find an MG specialist as well. And then you scroll down a little bit more and there's information for the newly diagnosed. There's cautionary drug information. There's details about brochures and treatments, assistance programs. You can also access our many different events on the homepage. So again, the homepage itself truly is a resource center with a lot of materials on it. Now, if we go back to the top, our main nav, the main nav is a set of links and it's structured very similar to the journey of an MG patient. So finding out what MG is when you're newly diagnosed, you become part of the MG community. If you want to find out information about research or you want to get involved with the MGFA, there are so many ways to get involved and so many materials across these links. So to go into a little bit more detail, you could find our MG materials and brochures under What is MG? You can find that information. And we have 20 or more brochures that describe information concerning treatments and symptoms and so on. When you're newly diagnosed, you can access MG care providers. You can access our great support groups or find out more about a treatment strategy. So those materials are under newly diagnosed. For the MG community, when you become part of the community, you can get information about cautionary drugs, our support groups, MG Friends. We have our wellness webinar series and our research webinar series. You can access that information as well. We have our YouTube page, which has really great videos on it, very informative videos. And again, you can access and become part of our support groups, find an MG friend, or become an MG friend yourself. There's a lot of research information as well. You can become part of our patient registry. You can learn more about clinical trials and learn about hot research news as well as COVID-19 information. And again, if you want to get involved, we have so many different ways to get involved with the MGFA and really help the MG community. Again, being part of our support group leaders, you could actually become an advocate. You could get involved in fundraising or create a community event or a do-it-yourself event to raise money. And then finally, our webinars. We have a number of different webinars every single year. You can look at old webinars, webinars that have been in the past and actually were broadcast in the past. You can also sign up for new ones on the webinars area. And then again, if you'd like to become a donor, you could be part of our various good donor circle and our giving circles so that you can help the MG community through generous donations. So many ways that you can get involved with the MGFA and in the MG community, and so many resources on our website. Thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of the program.
Hi, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed our Coast to Coast program. I'm Jenna Umbalo, and I serve as the National Director of Patient Advocacy and Community Engagement for MGFA. I'm excited to share with you all of what you can expect to see from MGFA in the new year. In 2022, we'll continue to bring you educational programming through both the wellness webinars and the research webinars. The wellness webinars will be hosted on a monthly basis and will continue to focus on health and wellness for those living with MG. We always aim to share information that helps to improve the quality of life for those living with MG. The research webinars will be hosted every other month and will focus on important research updates and will offer critical insights from those leading innovative and cutting-edge research in the MG space. Our National Patient Conference will be our first large platform hosted in February, and it will be virtual. During this conference, we will be unveiling the inaugural MGFA online community, a place where we will be able to come together in an interactive way to share and learn and to empower those living with MG. Also, in 2022, we'll be hosting the MGFA International Conference, which takes place every 5 years. We're planning to be in person in Miami for this conference, and we cannot wait to host the international experts in MG to talk about the advances and progress being made in the MG space. We will host the scientific symposium in the fall, and in between, we'll host our regional conferences. There will be a lot of patient programming offered. Education is a top priority for MGFA. Lastly, we'll have some exciting advancements with both our MyMG mobile app and our MG registry. We'll introduce a new mobile app with better functionality with a much easier to use symptom tracker. We've received a lot of feedback on what our community members would like to see, and we are happy to share that all of this feedback has been considered with our new and improved mobile app. Our patient registry will be undergoing its own construction of sorts and will link with our mobile app. We're excited to share more about this in the new year. Thank you for letting me share all of these exciting updates with you all. We look forward to continuing to grow our programming and patient services and serving our MG community and all of you. And please remember that we'd love to hear from you. So I encourage you to reach out and let us know if there's anything you would like to see as part of our programming. And now I'll introduce our next speaker, Caroline Gaylor, MGFA's Director of Development.
Thank you, Jenna and Mike. I really appreciate all that information. It has been such a special morning. Fundraising is such a big part of this event and is what makes this event so special. The MG community is coming together from across the country, from New York to LA, to raise awareness and critical funds to support our work. You are the reason that we can continue our research efforts, are able to educate the community about MG, provide community support programs, and so much more. Thank you. So now I have the privilege of announcing our top fundraisers. Our top 3 fundraising individuals are: in third place, Jennifer Januario with $8,238. In second place, Lauren Jarman at $15,000. And in first place, Lenny Furman at $26,750. Way to go to all these individuals. Our top 3 fundraising teams are: in third place, Team Jen Jan out of New England at $12,208. In second place, the Vent Stoppers in South Carolina at $15,000. And in first place, the New York Trailblazers with $26,750. Woo! Good job, guys. And collectively, we've had over 400 participants come together from coast to coast to raise a grand total, drumroll please, of $143,000. Woo! Congratulations, everyone. Turning it over to you, Tasha, for some closing remarks on this special day.
Thank you for all your generous support. We cannot wait to be together with you all again in person when it's safe for us to do so. Please do not hesitate to reach out to any of our team members if you want more information on getting involved with MGFA or hosting your own do-it-yourself or community fundraising event. We would also like to take a moment to thank our national partners for their participation and generous support of the MG community. A huge thank you to argenx, UCB, Alexian, and Janison. We would also like to recognize and thank our team over at NTT, our technology support provider. They have helped bring you all here together today and allowed us to provide this wonderful program coast to coast. Also, thank you for all the teams and patients, caregivers, MGFA staff, and board members who participated in today's broadcast. We could not do any of this without you, and your support means the world to us. We look forward to seeing you again next year, whether it be for one of our health fairs or the second annual Coast to Coast 2740 Challenge. Thank you for all that you do for MGFA and the MG community.